at the Junior Beast Taming School, where the students are reminded of the upcoming Beast Master exam, scheduled to take place in less than a week. Tomorrow is the crucial day of the Beast Master Qualification Assessment. Inside the classroom, the teacher addresses the students, congratulating them on forming contracts with their first beasts. He emphasizes the importance of resting well and preparing thoroughly to achieve good results. After delivering his advice, he dismisses the class. Later, a group of students discusses the upcoming assessment. One student expresses his nervousness, while another reassures him, saying their current skills might still allow them to qualify as apprentice Beastmasters. However, the challenges of advancing to the higher Beastmaster Academy remain daunting, and some students don't even dare to dream about it. Meanwhile, a confident boy shares his ambitions. He aims to join the Beastmaster Academy in Ninjeong City. Though he acknowledges it's not the top-tier academy, he feels his abilities are sufficient to secure admission. In contrast, another student worries about failing the apprentice exam, fearing a life of mediocrity if he doesn't succeed. Our boy Lin Zi reflects on the Beastmaster Qualification Assessment, knowing it will be held soon. He is a time traveler who entered this world just a week ago by traveling through time and space, taking over this body. As he sorts through the memories of his new host, he learns about the dark history of this world. Hundreds of years ago, during a catastrophic event, dimensional rifts opened, unleashing hordes of ferocious beasts. Despite the overwhelming threat, humanity fought back with resilience. Through brutal battles, they eventually discovered ways to tame these beasts, turning them into powerful allies for survival and combat. From the chaos of the past, the Beastmaster profession emerged, becoming a key force on the world stage. These individuals gained recognition for their ability to tame and control powerful beasts. In this era, beast tamers were revered as symbols of power, status, and authority. For anyone who aspired to elevate their societal standing, becoming a Beastmaster was the ultimate goal. It was not just a profession, it was a ticket to the elite class of society. For the younger generation, their dream was clear: to become a spirit master, wielding immense strength and influence. In this world, once individuals turned 18, they were eligible to form their first contract with a beast. The strength of their soul determined the level of the beast they could tame. Those with stronger souls had access to more powerful creatures, setting the stage for their rise as formidable Beastmasters. He reflects that all the grand opportunities of being a Beastmaster don't really apply to him. Before he took over this body, the original owner had already formed a contract with a harmless little snowball beast that could only act cute. Frustrated, he realizes that the beast is not only non-lethal, but also incapable of evolving. It's a far cry from the powerful beasts that most Beastmasters use to rise in status and power. This leaves him questioning if he's destined for an ordinary, mediocre life in this world. Feeling cheated by fate, he laments how others who time travel gain immense powers or world-destroying abilities, yet his own situation is so lackluster. He wonders why he ended up with such misfortune after coming to this world. As he broods over his unfortunate situation, a group of classmates approaches him. They mockingly tell him to stop worrying about becoming a Beastmaster, suggesting that an ordinary office job would suit him just fine. They taunt him further, joking that he could use his harmless little snowball beast to sell ice cream at a mall entrance. They remark about selling iced mineral water, leaving Hid visibly angered. He glares at them but keeps his composure. Just then, a system begins to activate. A screen materializes before him, declaring that the achievement system has been successfully launched. Surprised and excited, he realizes this might be his long-awaited gold finger, the cheat ability often granted to travelers in other worlds. He wonders if it took so long to appear because it was charging, but now everything could change. He is thrilled as the system activates fully, exclaiming that the heavenly sound of its arrival feels amazing. His gold finger has finally appeared. The system displays his current stats. His physique and spirit levels are slightly below average. His pet beast is the little Snowball, and he has no achievements or techniques yet. The system explains its features. Achievements and bonus items can be earned for completing specific tasks. These achievement points can be used to enhance the growth of beasts, unlock skills, and improve Beastmaster attributes. He is particularly thrilled at the idea of earning points and sees it as a game-changing opportunity. He turns his attention to his pet beast, Little Snowball. The system reveals that it has the Ice attribute, a Rank 1, Stage 1 beast. Its growth rate is currently 23.48%, and it possesses a skill called Cold Air Breath. Additionally, it can grow through fighting or consuming energy-rich items, and once it reaches 100% growth, it will evolve. He learns a crucial detail about Little Snowball. When its growth reaches 100%, it can trigger evolution. This revelation shocks him, as he had assumed that evolving was impossible for his pet beast. Curious, he delves deeper into the system's information. It reveals two possible evolutionary paths for Little Snowball. Giant Route. This path focuses on enhancing melee combat capabilities and physical strength while sacrificing control over ice elements. The next form, the Snow Monster, can evolve up to rank 5, making it a formidable brute force fighter. Queen Route. This path amplifies the beast's talent for ice element affinity and spell casting abilities while weakening its melee attributes. The next form, the Ice Crystal Spirit, can evolve up to the King rank, granting it immense magical prowess. He is stunned to realize that Little Snowball, which was thought incapable of evolving, might actually possess a hidden evolutionary route. He reflects on the possibilities, thinking that if this is true, he might not have to resort to mundane jobs like setting up an ice cream stall after all. Instead, he begins to wonder if he truly has a chance to become a Beastmaster. The system confirms that the Queen route could lead Little Snowball to evolve into the Ice Crystal Spirit, a form capable of reaching the prestigious King rank. The conditions for this evolution include achieving a 100% growth rate and obtaining rare items like Ice Element Essence and Spirit Jade. Excited by the potential, he decides to take immediate action. He plans to use achievement points to upgrade Little Snowball and help it grow. The system lists several achievements, including contracting the first pet beast, passing the Beastmaster qualification assessment, and enrolling in a Beastmaster Academy. Each achievement offers rewards, but for now, only the reward for contracting his first pet beast is available to collect. He eagerly claims the reward, receiving 100 achievement points and a spirit crystal. With excitement building, he turns his focus to Little Snowball, determined to use the achievement points to help it grow. He initiates the process, channeling the points into Little Snowball. Bright lights engulf the little creature, and the system announces a level up. Little Snowball's stats improve. With a surge of energy, Little Snowball successfully evolves to rank 1, stage 2, achieving a 100% growth rate. He is thrilled, seeing proof that his efforts and the system's capabilities are real. He marvels at the results, exclaiming how the level-up process actually works. The system informs him that he has consumed 77 achievement points, leaving 23 remaining. Little Snowball appears slightly stronger, but the protagonist can't help but feel underwhelmed by the brief and dazzling special effects. He jokes that as an F-class beast, Little Snowball's status isn't entirely unjustified. The system reminds him that for Little Snowball to continue evolving, he'll need 20 Ice Element Essences and 1 Spirit Jade. These items are rare and expensive, making the task more challenging. Despite the obstacles, he is determined to gather the resources and advance Little Snowball further. He begins planning his next steps, securing money and heading to the pet shop to buy the materials necessary for Little Snowball's evolution. As he walks, one of his classmates mocks him again, taunting him about selling ice cream with his snowball. Ignoring the jeers, he calmly reassures Little Snowball not to take such insults to heart. With determination, he declares that tomorrow's Beastmaster qualification assessment will depend on their combined efforts, signaling his resolve to prove everyone wrong. However, the mocking classmate sneers, calling him trash. He snaps back. The classmate revealed to be a member of the powerful Zhong family, the second largest family in Zhongning City. He responds, saying the Beastmaster final exam will prove who is truly worthless. Zhong Hao taunts him further, claiming that someone with a useless beast shouldn't even bother. Another classmate joins in, laughing that he should stick to selling popsicles instead. A girl named Guan intervenes, warning Zhong Hao not to cross the line. Zhong Hao, recognizing her, pretends to back off but continues to insult Lin Zi indirectly. He mocks her for associating with someone he considers trash and implies she would be better off siding with someone of higher status, like him. He reassures Guan, telling her there's no need to argue with the bullies. He confidently states that they'll understand the truth when the time comes. Afterward, he informs Guan that he needs to visit the pet store to prepare for tomorrow's qualification assessment. She agrees to head home on her own, wishing him luck. As he arrives at the store, Lindsay is struck by the high cost of evolution materials, lamenting how months of savings disappear in a single purchase. Returning from his errands, he is greeted by Guan, who invites him over for dinner at her house. She mentions her mother asked her to extend the invitation. He agrees, saying he'll join later. As the conversation shifts, Guan hesitantly brings up the Beastmaster qualification assessment happening the next day. She asks if he will accompany her to the event. Lindsay calmly replies that he also needs to participate, surprising her. Excited, she encourages him to show up strong and make an impression, especially against Zhang Hao and his gang. He reassures Guan, confidently promising to handle the situation. She smiles, takes her leave, and he watches her go, determined to make tomorrow's assessment a turning point. Later, sitting at home, he reflects on the high cost of the ice element essence and spirit jade. Addressing little Snowball, he mentions that leveling up in the future will require even more resources. He lays out the materials, encouraging little Snowball to eat and evolve. Watching his pet beast consume the items, he gently reminds it to take its time, as no one will compete for the resources. Suddenly, little Snowball begins to glow and expand, signaling the start of its evolution. Surprised, the Lindsay exclaims, wondering if this is truly happening. A sudden glow from little Snowball. He steps back, surprised, as an overwhelming burst of energy surrounds them. Little Snowball begins to change, evolving into a new form. Amidst the dazzling spectacle, little Snowball transforms into the Ice Crystal Spirit, a Rank 2, Stage 2 beast. The system lists its new skills, including Icicle and Extreme Cold Domain, and reveals that its next evolution would be into the Snow Maiden, requiring even rarer materials to advance further. He is ecstatic, declaring the evolution a success. He proudly admires the Ice Crystal Spirit, realizing that this marks a turning point in his journey. He checks his pet Snowball's stats, and is surprised to see that its rank has directly jumped to Rank 2, Stage 2. This level of growth is unexpected since the average strength of pets at his school typically lies between Rank C and Rank E. Snowball radiates an icy aura that surprises Lindsay with its intensity. Holding it in his arms, he shivers and comments on how cold it feels. As he observes Snowball's surroundings, the icy energy continues to grow stronger, creating a frosty explosion around them. Lindsay realizes that Snowball's strength has increased far beyond his expectations, affecting even the environment around it. The achievement notification confirms Snowball's evolution, granting Lindsay 100 achievement points and a Strength Crystal Roman 11 as rewards for reaching this milestone. He reflects on the materials he used for Snowball's evolution. He notes that without the system prompt guiding him, no one would have considered feeding such rare resources to a weak pet beast. Confident in his decision, he activates the system to extract his rewards. 2 items materialize in front of him, a glowing spirit crystal and a strength crystal. The spirit crystal enhances spiritual strength, which determines the number and level of pets he can contract. The strength crystal boosts his physical fitness, a crucial attribute for survival. Without hesitation, Lindsay consumes the strength crystal. As he absorbs the strength crystal, a surge of power courses through his body. He feels a transformation beginning to take effect. His physique becomes visibly enhanced, surrounded by a powerful aura of energy. The system panel displays his updated stats. His physique has doubled from 1 to 2, his spirit from 0.8 to 1.8, and his spirit power from 80 to 180. Snowball's rank is confirmed as Ice Crystal Spirit, Rank 2, Stage 2, while his achievement points have risen to 123. Testing his newfound strength, Lindsay punches the air, feeling the cold no longer affect him. Instead, a steady stream of energy flows from within, marking a significant breakthrough in his abilities. He tests his enhanced strength by punching a wall, leaving a deep crack. He reflects on the importance of physical strength, even for those who rely on their pets. In dangerous situations, being physically strong can significantly increase survival chances. Meanwhile, Snowball clings to Lindsay's leg, making adorable noises. Lindsay smiles confidently and decides to take the next step in their evolution. Determined, he boldly declares, "Just go all in," and decides to use all his achievement points. As he channels his energy into Snowball, a radiant light surrounds them both. The system confirms the upgrade Snowball has reached rank 1, stage 2, with a 100% growth rate. He uses 123 achievement points, pushing Snowball to rank 2, stage 4, with a growth rate of 24%. Snowball now radiates an icy and confident aura, indicating its immense power. Lindsay smirks, confident about the upcoming evaluation. He knows the Advanced Association will be shocked by their progress. The next day, Lindsay walks through the bustling city streets alongside his sister Guan. She asks if he's ready, and Lindsay confidently replies that he's not only ready, but also determined to obtain the Beast Master qualification today. Guan beams with excitement, noting how motivated Lindsay has become. She comments that the old him would have never participated in something like this. He smiles and responds, "People will always change." Meanwhile, some students nearby notice them. One points out Guan, calling her a talented third-year student at Pinghai No. One middle school, and questions why she's always with someone like Lindsay, whom they consider a loser. Another student mentions that Zhu Hong confessed his love to Guan the previous day and was rejected. Frustrated, one girl expresses her disbelief, questioning what makes Guan so special and why others seem to admire her. One of the students hushes the others, reminding them to keep their voices down. Lindsay, overhearing their comments, reveals internally that Guan is his cousin. Despite being a genius and admired by many at Pinghai No, one middle school, Guan doesn't seem to care about others' opinions. As they walk together, Guan asks Lindsay if he really plans to use Little Snowball in the qualification assessment. Lindsay smiles confidently and assures her, "Of course, don't underestimate Little Snowball." Guan playfully suggests celebrating if they pass the assessment, and Lindsay jokingly hugs her, causing her to exclaim in surprise. She mentions a store she has wanted to visit for a long time. Suddenly, they are interrupted by a loud voice calling out to Guan, demanding her to stop. A young girl points at her, accusing her of stealing her boyfriend. Guan, unfazed, calmly asks, "Who are you? Who's your boyfriend?" Guan identifies the girl's so-called boyfriend as Zhu Hong. With disinterested, she recalls that Zhu had confessed his feelings to her, but she rejected him without hesitation. The girl, enraged, accuses Guan of seducing Zhu first, unwilling to believe her explanation. Unwilling to waste time, Lindsay steps forward and gently pulls Guan away, stating, "Let's go, we have more important things to do." Without any further interaction, the two walk away, leaving the others behind. As Lindsay and Guan turn to leave, the muscular man grabs Guan by the shoulder, stopping her in her tracks. He demands, "You don't take me seriously at all. Did I give you permission to go?" Guan, unbothered by his grip, narrows her eyes and coldly says, "Let go." A menacing aura surrounds her, causing the man to hesitate as fear flashes across his face. Enraged by her defiance, the man raises his arm, preparing for a strike as he attempts to intimidate her. As the man swings his enlarged arm toward Guan, Lindsay calmly steps in, effortlessly grabbing his wrist mid-strike. The unexpected move shocks everyone, including Guan, who watches in silence. The girl protests, yelling at her brother to stop playing around, adding insults about how useless Lindsay is. The man glares at Lindsay and mocks him, questioning if he's trying to play the hero. "Do you really think you can protect her? You should consider your own situation first." Lindsay's expression darkens as he glares at the man. In an instant, he counters the attack, launching the man into the air with a single, precise strike. The impact is so powerful it reverberates through the surroundings. The man crashes to the ground with tremendous force, shocking his sister, who screams, "Brother," as she rushes toward him. Lindsay stands unfazed as Guan watches from a distance. Lindsay adjusts his jacket with a calm demeanor and tells the onlookers, "I'm her brother. If you need something, just ask me." The man's frustrated and bruised. Guan, observing from a distance, clenches her fists in awe, thinking, "It turns out brother Lindsay is so good at fighting." Meanwhile, Lindsay marvels at his own strength. he remarks to himself. I didn't expect my strength would be this great after strengthening my physique. The man, enraged and humiliated, yells, deliberately seeking death. Don't blame me. He charges toward Lin Zi, his arm glowing with a fiery blue energy as he prepares to unleash a powerful attack. As the energy builds up, the surroundings tremble, and a dazzling light bursts from his strike. Guan watches with concern, but Lin Zi remains composed. Suddenly, the man's summoned beast, a ghost wolf, its spectral form exudes a chilling aura, and its system stats reveal it to be a rank 2, stage 1 beast. The man smirks confidently, pointing at his ghost wolf. He mocks Lin Zi and Guan, saying 2 high school students like them could never compete against his rank 2 beast. Guan observes the situation, realizing her pet beast is only at rank 1, stage 7. Though she has some faith in it, she understands the huge power gap. She admits the chances of victory are slim but resolves to fight anyway, knowing there's no alternative. As Guan starts preparing herself, she notices Lin Zi moving forward. Surprised, she calls out, asking him what he's doing. Lin Zi glances back at her, confident as he takes charge of the situation. Guan hesitates and asks Lin Zi if he's planning to use Little Snowball and another plan she suspects. He confidently assures her not to worry, that her qualification assessment must not be jeopardized. He tells her to leave everything to him. The girl mocks Lin Zi, ridiculing him for his so-called qualifications and how someone like him dares to speak so boldly. She urges her brother to take action and teach Lin Zi a lesson. The man, unfazed by Lin Zi's confidence, orders his ghost wolf to attack. The wolf charges forward with immense power. Lin Zi steps forward, his hand glowing with power as he prepares to confront the ghost wolf. The ghost wolf leaps toward him with blinding speed. The wolf's attack connects with a burst of light. Suddenly, Snowball unleashes its ability. The surrounding air transforms into a domain of extreme cold, freezing everything in sight, including the ghost wolf. The girl and man are caught off guard by the sudden appearance of this powerful Snowball. Guan wonders aloud if this powerful entity could truly be Snowball. Lin remarks with a confident smile that Snowball has evolved, leaving Guan still in awe of its new power. The man commands it to strike swiftly. The ice beast surges forward, Snowball's transformation glowing with energy. She evolves into the ice crystal spirit. An icy attack icicle is unleashed, sending sharp, freezing shards toward the man's ghost wolf. The impact shatters the wolf's form into pieces, leaving the man stunned. He stares at the scattered ice fragments in disbelief, muttering, "Impossible." Regaining his composure, the man yells at Snowball's master, Lin Zi, questioning how a mere high schooler's pet, only at rank 1, stage 9, could instantly defeat his rank 2 pet beast. The man panics, realizing they've underestimated Lin Zi's pet beast. He hurriedly tells his sister they need to leave, admitting their miscalculation. Before they can retreat, Lin Zi blocks their path, calmly but firmly making it clear they aren't allowed to leave. The man and sister are frozen in fear as Lin Zi unleashes a massive icicle attack, covering the ground in ice and leaving them stunned and powerless. The man, now completely overwhelmed, bows his head and apologizes. He admits his mistake and pleads for forgiveness, addressing Lin Zi as Big Brother. Lin Zi reminds him that his apology is directed at the wrong person. Realizing his error, the man turns to Guan, apologizing sincerely for his behavior. He assures her it won't happen again and vows to teach his subordinate a lesson for causing this mess. The sister watches her brother in disbelief, softly calling out to him, clearly shocked by his sudden regret. The man, frustrated with his sister's hesitation, scolds her and forces her to apologize quickly. As the situation de-escalates, Guan dismisses their apology, telling them to leave immediately. The man quickly agrees and grabs his sister to retreat. Lin Zi standing next to Snowball, who now looks stronger and more composed. He gives a slight nod, acknowledging the resolution. The man and sister hurriedly flee the area. Guan excitedly praises Lin Zi, amazed at how he defeated a rank 2 ghost wolf. She asks how he managed it and wonders if Snowball, now the ice crystal spirit, can evolve further. Lin Zi acknowledges her excitement, but reminds her they have little time and need to hurry to the qualification exam venue. Snowball cheerfully follows as Lin Zi strokes her head, radiating confidence. In the Imperial Beast Association building, where a crowd has gathered, among them, several onlookers marvel at the magnificent Origin Stone, a mysterious artifact central to their training and examinations. At the Imperial Beast Association, Guan and Lin Zi observe the Origin Stone. Guan marvels at its size, while Lin Zi notes that it doesn't seem extraordinary at first glance. As the qualification begins, Lin Zi reflects on the importance of this test. It's the final assessment of the year, and failure would mean losing the chance to become a Beastmaster. Determined, he resolves to succeed. A representative addresses the candidates, explaining the process. Each participant has received a bronze medal, with rankings low, medium, high, and superior indicating their level. These medals are the key to accessing the Origin Stone realm. The representative explains the rules. Candidates must choose the difficulty level of their challenge. Higher difficulties offer greater rewards but come with increased risks. The rewards include enhancements like increased spirit, physique, and pet growth rates, as well as unlocking additional pet slots. The Origin Stone displays the rewards for each level: low, medium, high, and superior, with superior offering the most significant benefits. The crowd reacts with mixed emotions. Some are inspired, dreaming of passing the superior difficulty, while others doubt their chances, knowing the difficulty of even the high level. One participant resolves to clear the lowest level and secure their promotion. Guan turns to Lin Zi, curious about his choice. Lin Zi remains silent, deep in thought, as he considers his decision. The examiner advises the candidates to carefully select their difficulty level, as it will affect their future development. Guan hesitates, contemplating her decision as she stares at the options on her medal. The Origin Stone displays the choices made by the participants. Most choose low and medium difficulties, while only one person selects high, and another dares to pick superior. The crowd reacts in disbelief, mocking the person who chose the superior level, calling it reckless. They doubt whether such a person can handle the challenge, laughing at their audacity. The crowd mocks the superior selection, joking that someone might have accidentally pressed it by mistake, calling the decision foolish. Meanwhile, Lin Zi, holding his medal, displays a confident smirk. He is determined, silently declaring that whoever challenges him will fail to apply to the Imperial Beast Academy this year. Guan notices Lin Zi selecting the superior difficulty and is shocked. She expresses her concern, warning him that failure would cost him the chance to apply to the Imperial Beast Academy this year. Lin Zi, however, remains confident, reassuring her with a calm smile that he knows what he's doing and has it under control. Nearby, the crowd starts speculating about the person who chose superior difficulty. They assume it must have been a mistake or that the person is overconfident and foolish. The examiner questions Lin Zi, wondering if he ignored the earlier advice to carefully consider his choice. Lin Zi, holding his medal, confidently states that his decision was made after careful thought. The examiner's demeanor darkens as he skeptically asks if Lin Zi truly believes he can pass the superior difficulty. Lin Zi, unfazed, firmly responds with determination in his eyes, "Of course." The examiner smirks, commenting on Lin Zi's boldness, acknowledging that young people often take risks. He then reiterates that all participants have made their selections. Turning to the group, he officially announces the start of the assessment. The candidates sit in meditation around the Origin Stone as a mystical energy begins to flow, enveloping them in preparation for their trials. The Origin Stone glows intensely, releasing a surge of energy that envelops the room. Each participant is surrounded by a sphere of radiant light, signifying the start of their individual trials. The examiner observes the participants on the stone's display, noticing their positions and energies. He specifically takes interest in Lin Zi, remarking that his choice and actions are intriguing. Lin Zi finds himself transported into a massive arena, realizing he has entered the virtual realm of the Origin Stone. The rules of the trial are explained. Any injuries sustained or the death of a pet beast within the virtual realm will not affect reality. This assurance allows participants to give their best without hesitation. Lin Zi smirks confidently, stretches his arms, and prepares to face the challenge head-on, ready to showcase his strength. Lin Zi notices a screen appearing in the virtual realm. The display indicates he has unlocked a system-related achievement. With a confident grin, Lin Zi remarks how convenient it is to access the system here. The screen confirms his reward: 100 achievement points and a spirit crystal. He taps the screen to claim the rewards, stating that the spirit crystal and points will be useful for the trials ahead. After claiming his rewards, Lin Z notices the system displaying an increase in his attributes. His stats have been significantly boosted, along with a notable enhancement in Little Snowball's abilities. Smiling confidently, Lin Z clenches his fist and thinks to himself that his chances of victory have increased dramatically. Just as he's relishing his newfound power, the sound of a large door opening catches his attention. A giant beast entering the arena. Lin Z and Little Snowball prepare themselves for the incoming challenge. A fire beast appears, its body glowing with flames. It's a rank 1 stage 7 pet beast, radiating heat and ready to attack. Lin Z observes it calmly, noting it doesn't match the high difficulty level they were expecting. The fire beast launches a blazing attack, spewing a fiery blast toward Lin Z and Snowball. Unfazed, Lin Z smirks and counters the attack with Snowball's evolved powers. He commands, unleashing ice crystal chains, which instantly freeze the fire's momentum. Snowball charges up its energy, surrounded by icy spikes, and launches a concentrated attack. The explosion of frost collides with the fire beast's flames, creating a massive burst of energy. The aftermath fills the area with frost and mist, and Snowball remains unfazed. It breathes out a chilling wind, freezing everything in its path. The frost spreads further, signaling Snowball's complete dominance over the fight. Lin Z stands confidently beside Snowball, remarking that his ice crystal chains prove to be far more effective than expected. Having cleared the first stage of the challenge, Lin Z and Snowball move forward. The doorway to the next stage opens, signaling that they've passed one of the 5 levels in the trial. In the next area, Lin Z encounters a new opponent, a skeletal bound in cloth, emitting an eerie aura. The being is identified as a rank 1 stage 9 undead creature, its hollow laughter echoing through the chamber. Lin Z smirks confidently, thinking to himself that while a rank 1 stage 9 opponent might be challenging for others, it's nothing more than a simple task for him. The examiner observes Lin Z's progress through the challenge, analyzing the situation on a large map that shows the arena and the ongoing battles. Back in the arena, Lin Z stands victorious with Snowball as the icy battlefield confirms their overwhelming power. The examiner comments smugly, addressing Lin Z. He points out that Lin Z's previous victory was merely due to an elemental advantage, hinting that the real challenges are yet to come. Lin Z and Snowball move forward, successfully completing the second stage of the challenge. As they step into the new arena, a shadow looms over them. A creature with glowing, hypnotic eyes appears, its presence radiating menace. The beast reveals itself a rank 2 stage 1 plant-type creature, towering with a twisted and unnatural form. The examiner observes Lin Z's progress through the challenge on a glowing map. He remarks to himself that Lin Z's pet beast is only rank 2 stage 1, and defeating the current rank 2 stage 1 opponent will be nearly impossible, even with great talent. In the arena, the plant creature launches an aggressive attack, aiming its sharp claws at Lin Z and Snowball. Lin Z, unfazed, counters with Snowball's ice chains. However, the plant creature smashes the ground with its powerful limbs, creating a devastating impact that shakes the battlefield. Taking advantage of the chaos, it uses its vines to entangle Snowball. Snowball remains calm, even as the plant beast charges in with glowing claws, preparing for a decisive attack. Meanwhile, the examiner watches. With a smug smile, he comments that while Lin Z might be strong for a freshman, his strength is limited. Back in the arena, Snowball activates the extreme cold domain, releasing a powerful wave of frost that freezes the surroundings and slows the plant beast's movements. The creature struggles against the overwhelming cold but roars in defiance. Lin Z smirks confidently and taunts, "Did you think we only have one skill?" Without hesitation, he commands Snowball to unleash another powerful attack icicle, intensifying their offensive against the plant beast. The plant beast roars as its body is pierced by multiple icy spikes from Snowball's icicle attack. The battlefield is now a frozen arena, with the creature trapped at its center. Snowball's frost spreads further, encasing the plant beast entirely in a solid block of ice. The plant beast, now fully immobilized, struggles in vain as more spikes of ice penetrate its frozen body, ensuring its defeat. With Snowball's final attack, the plant beast is completely frozen and defeated. Lindsay calmly declares the battle over, signaling the end of the third level. The frozen arena stands as a testament to their victory. A notification appears confirming that Lindsay has successfully cleared the third level, leaving only 2 levels remaining in the challenge. Elsewhere, participants who failed the earlier stages express their frustration. One complains that he was so close to defeating the pet beast, while another laments his failure to pass this year's challenge, burying his face in his hands. Amid the group of participants, one excitedly celebrates his success, exclaiming that he's now an apprentice beastmaster. He didn't expect the initial challenge to feature a rank 1 stage 6 pet beast, but he managed to overcome it. Meanwhile, others watch in frustration. One participant clenches his fists and mutters his dissatisfaction, lamenting his failure and comparing his performance to those who succeeded. Someone notices the next challenge, a vicious claw beast. The announcement stuns the crowd, who recognize it as a rank 2 pet beast. Murmurs of disbelief ripple through the room as they question why such a high-level beast would appear in the apprenticeship assessment. The 4th level ends with a decisive victory for Lindsay and Snowball. The frozen remains of the opponents stand as proof of their power. Onlookers exclaim in amazement, recognizing Lindsay as the one who challenged the superior difficulty level. With the 4th level cleared, the final stage of the challenge begins. Lindsay confidently remarks that they've reached the last level. In the observation area, participants watch in disbelief, questioning why Lindsay is so powerful. One mentions they know all the top students from the local high schools, but Lindsay's strength seems unmatched and unfamiliar. Meanwhile, Guan happily celebrates her own success, announcing that she's now an apprentice beastmaster. However, her thoughts immediately turn to Lindsay, wondering about his progress and eagerly anticipating his performance in the final stage. The crowd gathers around the monitor, awestruck by Lindsay's performance. Cries of admiration echo through the room as they acknowledge his strength. Guan, watching closely, realizes that Lindsay has cleared the 4th level on superior difficulty. She clenches her fists in excitement, calling it incredible. As the final stage begins, the roar of the beast resonates through the arena. A massive saber-toothed lion emerges. Its sheer size and ferocity shock the onlookers. "It's a rank 2 stage 5 beast," someone exclaims in disbelief. Others remark how impossible it is for a newcomer to defeat such a creature. Guan, though visibly concerned. Lindsay watches calmly as Snowball prepares for battle, commenting that he's finally facing a worthy opponent. Snowball summons another icicle attack, its sharp fragments shooting forward with incredible speed. The enemy's movements are lightning fast, making it difficult for Lindsay to track. He's caught off guard, realizing the speed of the saber claw assault as it closes in on Snowball. Snowball braces herself against the powerful attack, the clash sending shockwaves through the area as both sides fight for dominance. Snowball takes a direct hit, showing signs of wear as the intense battle continues. The trainer smirks, confident in his pet's advantage. He challenges Lindsay, curious if he has any new tricks left to show, while mocking that this might be the end for him. The saber-toothed lion charges forward, its ferocious aura overwhelming. Lindsay observes the fight carefully, recognizing the disparity in power. He acknowledges that while Snowball has the advantage of being at a higher stage, the outcome depends on various factors like attributes, environment, and strategy. Lindsay notes that Snowball is in a weakened state after consecutive battles, facing such a strong opponent with superior speed and power. The saber-toothed lion grows more ferocious, realizing it might actually lose if the battle continues like this. Lindsay calls out to Snowball, urging her to brace herself for the incoming attack. The lion lunges with full force, claws glowing with lethal energy, aiming to end the battle in one decisive blow. Watching closely, Lindsay stays calm but focused. As the lion charges, he recognizes the moment he's been waiting for. Now's the time, he thinks. Snowball summons a final icicle, releasing a concentrated burst of freezing power to meet the lion's charge head-on. The aftermath of the clash leaves a cloud of frost and dust hanging in the air. The saber-toothed lion lies on the ground, visibly injured, with icicles embedded in its body. In the crowd, spectators murmur in confusion. They speculate about the outcome, some wondering if it ended in a tie, while others question what exactly just happened. One onlooker points out the lion's condition, drawing everyone's attention. The saber-toothed lion struggles to move but ultimately collapses, its defeat becoming evident to all. The examiner observes the aftermath of the battle with intrigue. He analyzes how Snowball was able to defeat the saber-toothed lion, concluding that Lindsay's pet must be at least rank 2. Impressed, he acknowledges Lindsay's hidden capabilities. Lindsay remains calm as he reflects on the result of his careful preparation and strategy. The saber-toothed lion lets out a ferocious roar, its power still evident despite the setback. Meanwhile, Snowball stands firm. Snowball's eyes glow intensely as it channels its energy into a powerful strike. The battlefield is filled with a burst of light as Snowball unleashes an overwhelming attack, aiming directly at the saber-toothed lion. The lion charges forward, attempting to counter Snowball's attack. Its paws meet the icy terrain, but shards of ice quickly form around them. Despite its struggle, the saber-toothed lion roars and pushes forward. Lindsay analyzes the situation, noting that the saber-toothed lion, being a beast adapted to extreme cold, has remarkable resistance to icy attacks. Despite his confidence, Lindsay begins to feel the pressure of the lion's resilience. A system notification suddenly appears, declaring a new achievement unlocked. The display reveals that Lindsay has gained 100 achievement points and unlocked a new skill feature. Intrigued, Lindsay wonders aloud about the meaning and potential of this newly unlocked ability, his mind already planning how to leverage it for the battle. Lindsay reviews the system panel displaying 3 new skills: a control-based ice lock, a defensive ice barrier, and an area-based ice spike attack. Each skill requires a specific number of achievement points to unlock, with varying growth potential. Surprised, Lindsay realizes he can equip more skills than expected, noting that most pet beasts are typically limited to just 2 basic abilities. He contemplates the strategic advantages of having multiple options in battle. Weighing his current situation, Lindsay decides that a strong single target control skill is most necessary. He selects the Extreme Ice Lock ability, using 50 achievement points to unlock it, as the panel confirms his decision. The saber-toothed lion charges at Lindsay and Snowball with intense ferocity, its powerful strike aimed directly at its target. Snowball, standing firm, channels its energy to counter the attack. A dazzling light engulfs the battlefield as Snowball undergoes an upgrade. The system confirms Snowball has advanced to rank 2, level 7, increasing its growth rate to 54%. Onlookers, witnessing the radiant display from afar, react with surprise and curiosity. One exclaims, "What's with that light?" Another realizes, "It's an upgrade." The crowd is baffled by Snowball's sudden upgrade. Some speculate about the resources used, while others argue upgrades should only happen after securing a victory, leaving them suspicious of Lindsay's tactics. Lindsay, unfazed by their doubts, confidently gestures to the saber-toothed lion, inviting it to make its move. As the lion charges with renewed ferocity, Snowball activates the newly acquired Extreme Ice Lock skill. Chains of glowing frost encircle the lion, halting its attack mid-air and leaving it restrained. The saber-toothed lion struggles to break free from the icy chains of the Extreme Ice Lock, roaring in frustration. Lindsay channels his power and uses the Ice Spike ability. Shards of ice form above the lion and crash down with incredible force, piercing through the beast's defenses. The lion lets out a final roar as it succumbs to the relentless assault. The spectators are stunned by the display of power, murmuring questions about the mysterious skill and why it was so effective. The examiner and the crowd are in disbelief, questioning how Lindsay's pet can use 3 different skills, a feat uncommon for beasts of its rank. As the saber-toothed lion struggles to recover, Lindsay observes it calmly, commenting on its thick defenses. Snowball's eyes glow fiercely as it prepares another powerful attack. It channels its icy energy, shards forming around it. With determination, Snowball readies itself, showing it has no intention of letting the lion recover. With Snowball's final attack, the saber-toothed lion is completely subdued, collapsing onto the icy battlefield in defeat. Lindsay stands victorious alongside Snowball, their combined strength leaving the audience in awe. The system announces Lindsay's success, declaring his evaluation as completed at an extraordinary difficulty level. Guan jumps with excitement, cheering for Lindsay and celebrating his hard-earned victory. In the crowd, disbelief spreads. Some accuse Lindsay of bribing the examiner, unable to accept his unexpected win. Others speculate about his methods, still skeptical of his capabilities. The examiner, however, remains composed. He acknowledges Lindsay's exceptional talent, remarking that while he's seen many young beast tamers, none have impressed him as much as Lindsay with his silent yet commanding performance. After the battle, Lindsay's stats receive a significant boost, reflecting his successful completion of the challenge. Snowball's status is displayed, now ranked at level 3, stage 1, with an impressive 84% growth rate and mastery of 3 powerful skills. The examiner, still observing, acknowledges the extraordinary difficulty of the test and how much Lindsay's capabilities have grown as a result. The performance leaves him and others deeply impressed. The system displays another notification. Lindsay is now eligible to form a contract with a second beast, marking a major milestone in his journey. Lindsay reflects on his next step, deciding which beast to form a contract with as his second companion. He considers his options, planning to visit a pet shop to explore the possibilities. The system announces Lindsay's rewards, 200 achievement points and a spirit stone, acknowledging his successful completion of the trial. The notification also signals the conclusion of the evaluation. As the trial ends, Lindsay opens his eyes, finding himself back in the real world. A crowd gathers around him, their silence filled with curiosity and astonishment at his extraordinary performance. Lindsay sits calmly, unaffected by their reactions. Lindsay finds himself surrounded by curious classmates, bombarding him with questions about how he accomplished such an extraordinary feat. They're particularly amazed by Snowball, an ice element beast they've never encountered before. Guan, overcome with joy, rushes to Lindsay and hugs him tightly, exclaiming how she always believed he would succeed. Lindsay, initially surprised by her reaction, smiles warmly. The examiner approaches Lindsay, acknowledging his impressive performance. As the surrounding crowd watches, students murmur in surprise. It's rare to see an examiner apologizing to a student. However, Lindsay remains calm and unbothered. The examiner directly addresses Lindsay, offering him a spot in the Beastmaster Association. He further explains the benefits, mentioning that Lindsay could secure a high-ranking position with exclusive privileges. Even top graduates don't easily receive such offers. Guan, standing beside Lindsay, urges him to accept, recognizing the rarity of this opportunity. The competition for a spot in the Beastmaster Association is intense, like crossing a narrow bridge against thousands of others. Lindsay considers the offer. Accepting would mean all his academy expenses, including tuition and living costs, would be covered. It would also raise his status in everyone's eyes. However, he knows there's no such thing as a free lunch. Opportunities like this always come with hidden costs. Facing the examiner, Lindsay politely declines, stating he has already made up his mind and will decide his future after graduation. His firm response leaves the examiner and the surrounding students momentarily stunned. After Lindsay declines the offer, another student eagerly steps forward, asking if he can take the spot instead. The examiner ignores him, his focus still on Lindsay. He recognizes Lindsay's rapid growth and realizes that in the future, Lindsay will be even stronger and able to negotiate for much greater benefits. Seeing Lindsay's firm decision, the examiner doesn't press further. Instead, he tells Lindsay that if he ever changes his mind, he's welcome to find him anytime. Before leaving, the examiner introduces himself as Genuine, leaving his contact as a final gesture. After the examiner leaves, Lindsay stands confidently. Guan watches him closely, her expression unreadable. The two walk through the academy courtyard, when suddenly a voice calls out to them, asking them to wait. Lindsay and Guan turn around, surprised. A girl excitedly approaches, introducing herself and her companion. She mentions they are from the neighboring class, eager to meet Lindsay. The two girls eagerly approach Guan, asking for Lindsay's contact information. Their excitement is clear as they try to get closer. The girl confidently hands Lindsay her phone, suggesting they add each other as friends. mentioning that they've admired him for a while and hope to spend more time together. She introduces herself as a student from the neighboring class and congratulates him, clearly trying to make a good impression. However, Lindsay casually smiles and excuses himself, saying they have other things to do. Guan, standing beside him, crosses her arms, visibly annoyed by the situation. As Lindsay and Guan try to leave, the girl chases after them, still insisting he add her as a friend. Lindsay, without looking back, dashes away, leaving Guan visibly irritated by the situation. Shortly after, Lindsay receives a message summoning him to the office. He glances at his phone and sighs before heading there. Arriving at the office, Lindsay peeks inside and asks if he was called. Inside, a confident and elegant woman greets him. She leans back in her chair intrigued, and mentions that she heard he successfully passed an extremely difficult trial. Lindsay hesitates for a moment, observing the teacher's expression. Before he can react, she suddenly pulls him into a tight hug, excitedly praising him for his achievement. He momentarily recalls past experiences with her harsh punishments for failing tests, making him cautious about her enthusiasm. Regaining her composure, she moves on to the real reason for calling him. She takes out a book, stating that it's something important she intends to give him. Lindsay takes the book, examining its title with curiosity. The teacher explains that it contains essential techniques for soul arts, a crucial skill for beastmasters. She advises him to start learning early, as it will be a mandatory part of his training. A visual representation illustrates that soul arts are the primary combat method for beastmasters aside from their pet beasts. She further explains that those who master soul arts can defeat beasts without relying on their pets. The technique can be used both for offense and defense, protecting beastmasters from harm in battle. A visual demonstration shows a soul shield, a defensive technique that forms an energy barrier to block attacks. Lindsay, excited about the new knowledge, thanks his teacher and eagerly rushes off to start practicing. She reminds him that if he ever has questions, he can come back anytime. Later, Lindsay sits on his bed, carefully studying the book. He flips to a page detailing Soul Shield, which consumes soul power to create a full-body protective barrier against any incoming damage. Lindsay sits in his room, deep in thought. He knows mastering the basics early will give him an advantage when he enters the Beastmaster Academy, allowing him to focus on advanced techniques. Determined, he begins meditating, channeling his energy as a powerful blue aura swirls around him. His eyes glow with intensity as he activates Soul Shield, successfully forming a protective barrier around his body. The shield stabilizes, radiating a strong defensive energy. His training is already showing results. Lindsay observes his shield, realizing he has already grasped the basics. Most people take days or even months to learn soul arts, but he mastered it in just 10 minutes. His 7/8 spirit physique proves to be extremely efficient. Sitting within his shield, he notices a system prompt offering to upgrade his soul shield by spending 50 achievement points out of his 350. With a confident smirk, he confirms his system can enhance even soul arts.
This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.